Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Week 8 of Season 2 of this NCAA 04 Sim. In our first game, of course, it's the SEC noon kickoff game between the LSU Tigers and the Florida Gators. This is the only ranked versus unranked matchup because the rest of the slate is all ranked teams. How about that? So first things first, let me just get something out of the way. If you saw my last post before the game day post, you would know that Matt Mock had a dislocated ankle against South Carolina, missing the rest of the regular season, goes down again with a brutal injury. I think he tore his ACL last season against Georgia. This time he dislocated his ankle against South Carolina. So Marcus Randall has to start again for LSU for the rest of the season, which is already not good news for LSU at all. He does still have some weapons to throw to, or at least some weapons around him. Joseph Adai and Sherman Carey in the backfield. You got Michael Riggs. You got Michael Clayton, one of the best receivers in the game. Dwayne Bowe. Got Benny Brazos, the fast 99 speed wideout. Skylar Green. And you also got the double tight ends. I mean, Robinson's a senior, so LSU might have to go after tight end to pair with Emmett Stanton, who's 6'4", 260. Offensive line is pretty decent. I think some seniors graduated, that's why it looks like that. The ends, of course, E.J. Person and Marquise Hill. Marquise Hill is the nation's leader in sacks. Kyle Williams and Simon White as the D tackles. I always get them mixed up a little bit. Outside linebackers, Cam Vaughn, of course, out for the season. Cody Wood and Dorsett Buckles. The outside linebackers, Lionel Turner, Kenny Hollis. At middle linebacker, Travis Daniels, Shad Kramer on the outside corners. D'Angelo Childs and Ronnie Pruitt at the nickel and dime. 6'8" safety Leroy Montgomery at free safety. And it's Jeff Cook at strong safety. With Andre Botany at kicker, Eli Hood at punter. And of course, got to take a look at those Florida Gators. They have been struggling as far as string games go. They are 0-2. Lost to West Virginia and Tennessee in back-to-back weeks. The All-American Eagle Martin is the starting quarterback. He has been struggling this season. I can't lie to you. He does have some great weapons, though, as well. Deshaun Wynn, theatric face into the backfield. Eric Johnson is the fullback. You got Andre Caldwell. You got Shabale Cornelius. You got Dallas Baker. This reminds you of the same roster that won the national championship at 06. Kind of was, except it was Chris Leak who started at quarterback. Burt Callaway is injured for a couple weeks, so David Kenner's the only tight end on the roster. If you take a look at the depth chart, they got Mr. Jamel Cornelius as a tight end as well. Or at least lined up as tight end number 3, so he'll be back in the backup tight end alongside David Kenner. Offensive line, a lot better than LSU's, I'll mind you that. 97 overall, Mike Deggery leading the charge. Stephen Harris, Wade Westgate, the DNs. Mo Mitchell, Kenny Parker's out for the season for Florida. So it's Mo Mitchell and Eric Holcomb. Not a bad replacement for Kenny Parker for the rest of the season. Even though they're missing their second strongest D tackle in the entire team. Shannon Crowder, Eli Harrington, or Dwayne Huffman, excuse me, at outside linebackers. Jerian Charles and Tom McCulloch at middle linebackers. Demetrius Webb, Kevin McKinney at outside corners. Deshaun Carter and Anthony Smith as the nickel and dime. Jarvis Aaron at free safety. Corey Bailey at strong safety. With Matt Leach at kicker, Ken Settle in a punter, but I think Matt Leach is kicking and punting for the Gators. So those are all the rosters for this matchup in the SEC noon kickoff. Only one thing we can do now is kick this one off. I'll just gotta go to the LSU Florida game. There it goes. So here we are. Florida has a couple of alternates. I'll go blue and orange, blue jersey, orange pants for Florida. They got a couple of alternates, and LSU does not have any alternate uniforms, which does suck. And here we go. SEC kickoff. LSU 1-2 in SEC play. Florida 2-1 in SEC play. Florida wins. They stay alive. They compete with Tennessee and Georgia. That game is coming on Saturday. LSU has to win to even stay alive in the SEC West title race. So here we go. We welcome you to SEC Noon Kickoff presented by the Grizzly Sports Network. We are at Belling Hill Griffith Stadium in Gainesville, Florida. The LSU Tigers at 4-3, taking on the Florida Gators at 4-2. This should be an exciting matchup with a lot at stake between these two teams. The last time these two matched up against each other, Florida won the last matchup. And here come the Florida Gators. Howdy, folks. As always, it's Tevin Price commentating every single game. This is a pretty decent SEC matchup here between two teams that were looking to have a pretty solid year in the SEC, but definitely a little underwhelming year for both teams, as they both have 3 and 2 losses respectively. There is Chris Leak, who has pretty much struggled this season. 600 yards, 5 touchdowns, 7 picks across this season. But Ingo Martin is also struggling, so who knows? Is it Ron Zook that's holding this team back, or is it just the inconsistency at quarterback? I guess we'll never know. And of course, LSU with Joseph Adai and Michael Clayton, Sharon Carey out there. They're hoping to have an explosion in offense after struggling pretty much the entire season up to this point. I may put Ingo Martin in at quarterback. I don't know who I have out there. Is it Chris Link? It is. Who's got the better arm out there? It is Leak. I'm just checking the stats real quick. I think Eagle Martin leads in passing yards, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. By, like, just barely. So I'm just gonna switch over to Florida. I'll put Eagle Martin in, but if he starts doing bad, I'll put Chris Leak back in. All that stuff. So here we go. Oop, whoops. So here we go. Matt Leach, of course, kicking off, and here we go. SEC Noon Kickoff is underway. Here goes Joseph Adai on the return. Tries to take it upfield and comes up at the 18-yard line. That's where he is brought down. And here comes LSU. Ready for their first drive of the game. Of course, they had to do it without Matt Bach. Of course, Marcus Randall took over against South Carolina. He had 1 touchdown and 3 picks against the Gamecocks. So he's hoping for a bounce-back game here against the Gators. Here we go, 1st and 10 at the 18 for LSU. Starting off with the shotgun, Skylar Green going in motion. And here's a little draw play for Joseph Adai. Try to run around, try to make something happen, but brought down quickly. Of course, for LSU's offense, Joseph Adai and Michael Clayton are the impact players. The tackle was made by Anthony Smith, the Diamondback. And as far as the Florida defense goes, Mo Mitchell on the D-line and Demetrius Webb at the secondary are your impact players for the Gator defense. You're 2nd and 10 now for LSU. High formation for the Tigers. Little 3-man defensive front, or at least it's a 4-man defensive front. Here goes Adai up the middle. We'll take it to the 22. Looks like a gain of 4. And 3rd down coming up for the Tigers. Torian Charles with the tackle. Of course, both teams coming off 10-win seasons. LSU won the Outback Bowl and Florida won the Cotton Bowl. Florida finished a little higher. I think Florida finished at the top 10, so did LSU. But because of the loss of some key starters, that's why they got dropped a little bit. 3rd and 6 for LSU. Joseph Adai trying to get the 1st down, but is stopped short by Channing Crowder. And it's 4th down for the LSU Tigers. Gators force a 3-and-out. And the Tigers will have to punt it away. So good defensive drive for the Gator defense. So Eli Hood will have to punt this away. Back to return is Deshaun Wynn, the redshirt sophomore, 5'11". And Eli Hood is going to punt this to the right. Looks like he may have shanked it. No, a little catch of the run for Deshaun Wynn. Takes it to the 43. At the Gators now go on offense. Eagle Martin starting at quarterback, at least for the time being. He's been struggling this season, like I said before. 600 yards, 5 touchdowns to 8 picks. 44 of 88 across this season, including a bad, gut-wrenching performance against not only West Virginia, but also Tennessee. They're looking for a bounce-back game here. Deshaun Wynn up the middle, starting off with a run. Interesting, but I mean, considering the about a QB performances that have not lived up to the standard, I could understand why they chose to go run first. Marquise Hill was there for the tackle. So here comes the Gators. Of course, Deshaun Wynn and Andre Caldwell, the impact players on the offense for the Gators. The Tiger defense headed by Lionel Turner and Marquise Hill. Here goes Wynn on 2nd down. What a run for Wynn! Gets at the 1st down in LSU territory in the 42. Very nice run for Deshaun Wynn. Looks like he got maybe 10 yards, maybe more than that, but a nice little run to the left side. Nice spin move on the Tiger defense. On Lamar Montgomery. 1st down, Gators. Jeff Cook was there for the tackle. Well, but not before he picked up a 1st down. So the Gators, of course, started the season number 11. I think LSU started 15th or something like that, maybe 16th. But both have definitely underperformed up to this point. Eagle Martin trying to throw this to win, but it looks like Ike Wyatt was right there in coverage to make sure he didn't catch it. So 2nd down coming up for the Gators. 42-yard line, 4.5 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Already 2.5 minutes gone by in the game. Your 2nd and 10 for the Gators. Martin, drop it back. Lots of time. Has the right side and went for Jamel Cornelius, but unable to catch this one. Travis Daniels in coverage, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Gators. Ball still at the 42-yard line. As far as 3rd down conversions, Florida has struggled this season. ranking to the bottom half of the country with 36%. Hoping for a big game on third downs. Here, this one against LSU. Martin going deep. He's going for it all, and he's got it. Dallas Baker at the 12. 30 yards on the pass to Dallas Baker. And it's first down, Florida. Dallas Baker is 6'3", junior wideout, who ended up becoming a national champion in 06. And then it's first and 10 Florida. 30 yards on that reception by Baker. Now first and 10 at the 12. 3 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Still no score yet, but Florida definitely threatening to do just that. Martin underneath. Oh, it's dropped by Caldwell. Oh my goodness. That was not what they had in mind. That was a missed opportunity by Andre Caldwell, a redshirt freshman. And second down and 10, that was the redshirt freshman from Tampa who dropped that pass. Play fake to Deshaun Wynn. Under pressure. This time, Andre Caldwell makes the catch. First and goal, Florida. Andre Caldwell couldn't catch the last pass, but he catches this one at the 1 yard line. First and goal, Florida. 3.5 minutes to go. Here we go. First and goal. Counter run for Wynn, and he's easily in the end zone. On the counter. Nice play call by Ron Zook. And the Gators strikes first with a Deshaun Wynn touchdown from 1 yard out. It was too easy for number 21. Biggest play of the drive, of course, a 30-yard pass to Dallas Baker. So here comes the extra point. Matt Leach is the kicker. Holder is Chris Link. Deggery as the snapper. This one goes through, and the Gators are up 7-0 on Florida, or on LSU. From New Smyrna Beach, Florida, Dallas Baker. Of course, a 1 yard touchdown run for Deshaun Wynn. Puts Florida in front early. Of course, the redshirt sophomore running back from Reading, Ohio, able to get the 1 yard rushing score. Here's the kickoff by Leach after the touchdown. Here goes LSU. It's Joseph Adai on the carry again. Take it to the 18-yard line, and LSU starts their second drive. Went 3 and out on the opening drive, and it led to a Florida score. Nice offensive drive for the Gators that time on their opening score. Of course, you know Marcus Randall, 6'2", 218-pound, fifth-year senior. Toss play goes to Adai, and he is taken down for a loss. Nice play defensively for Florida. It's Dwayne Huffman, the true freshman. 6'4", 244 pounds. That outside linebacker able to get him down. Second down now for LSU. Second and 13. 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Already a score by Florida, 7-0. Skylar Green going to motion. Here's the second to 13. This is at the 15-yard line. Randall, looking left side. Almost had Benny Brazel. But good defense by Florida. It was a tough catch to make. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But still remains third down. Benny Brazel, the 99 speed receiver. He's the fastest player in college football in this season of the sim. Only player with 99 speed. Here's 3rd and 13 now. Brazel goes in motion. Randall in trouble. Looks on the run. What a catch by Clayton. Big time throw for Marcus Randall. And it's a first down off a big 31-yard pass by Marcus Randall. And it's first down LSU. Really great job. Marcus Randall was in trouble. Almost about to go down for a set, but then threw it across his body. Usually not the benefit there, as you don't throw it across your body like that. But Michael Clayton, he trusted him, and he made the catch. 1st and 10 at the 46. There's a little option for LSU. What a spin by Randall! Now pitches it to Adai, who also spins. Bailey gets him down, and it's a nice game for LSU on the option. Could be inches short, but also could be a first down. We'll see what the ruling is. It is 2nd and inches for LSU. Nice 10-yard run, though, on the option by Joseph Adai. Nice spin by Randall, by the way. That led to another spin by Adai. 2nd and inches for LSU. Toss again. Here's Adai. Nice blocking this time. He gets the first. 42-yard line. Sean Wynn only 3 carries. He got a touchdown already. Joseph Adai, 6 carries for just about the same yards. But he does pick up the important first down. And LSU keeps the drive going at the 42-yard line of Florida. Little 4-3 lineup. Little shift in the front 7 by LSU. Option play. Quick pitch to Adai. Cuts it upfield, but shut down quickly. How about the tackle by Channing Router? Nice play defensively. It'll be 2nd down. Just a great job of play rec by Florida, recognizing the option. Forced Randall to pitch it quickly. LSU gets shut down. Now 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. 4-man defensive front for Florida. Looks like a dime kind of playbook. Dropping back is Randall. Looking left side. He's got a man. He's got it. First down LSU. That is Emmett Stanton, the true freshman backup tight end. Number 89 makes the catch. That is a 28-yard pass, or 27-yard pass, mind you. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. LSU's now in the red zone. Now here's the handoff. It's Chiron Carey now, the backup. Getting a carry, and it's a few yards gained by him. 5'6", 185-pound senior. Chiron Carey, the little fella, at running back, definitely making some big plays already. Well, not too much, but decent run nonetheless. 2nd and 6 at the 11. Formation for LSU looks like a 3-4 set for Florida. Here's Carey on the run up the middle. He may have gotten a first down, or maybe he's just inches short. Mo Mitchell was there for the tackle. This is definitely going to be close. And it looks like he may have picked it up. So 1st and goal to 5 for LSU. That will end the first quarter. Gators already up 7-0 on LSU. And yes, it looks like it's a 1st and goal for LSU. Oh, never mind. I didn't see the down marker, but they're going to say 3rd and inches for LSU. Here comes the I formation for the Tigers. Florida stacking the box. Here's a counter run for Joseph Adai. Oh, that's going to be close. Mo Mitchell with the stop. And mayhem, yeah, it looks like Mo Mitchell has stopped him. What a stand by the Gator defense. And it's going to be 4th and inches. Just a basic handoff is what you need for LSU. You would think they know that. Adai on 4th and inches. This time he gets it. Down at the 3, but enough to make it 1st and goal. Tackle was made by Dwayne Huffman, but not quite enough. Or excuse me, it's Mo Mitchell, the 6'7", 342-pound senior D tackle, making the stand, but it was 1st and goal for LSU off the 4 inches run. Now here is a 1st and goal. Eye formation for LSU. Here's a handoff to the fullback, Michael Ricks. And he is down at the 1. Tried to dive, but dove perhaps a little too early. So he ends up going down at about the 1. 2nd down for LSU. Already a minute gone by in the 2nd quarter. This time really going fast. Not fast enough, I might say. 2nd and goal for LSU. 1 yard away from tying this one up, perhaps. Counter run. Here's a die. And he is taken down inches short of the goal line. This time, Todd McCullum. 6'5", 227 at senior. Middle linebacker. The only senior on this Florida linebacker core. Makes a stand, and now 3rd and goal from the 3-inch line. Eye formation now for LSU. Ricks will go motion. Here's a handoff. A die is short. Tried to dive for it, but he didn't get there. Oh, tough break for the Tigers. Huge break for Florida. Now what will LSU do? They're going to go for this from the 2-yard line. So here's a 4th and goal. This is a huge 4th down for LSU. Gators get the stop. That's a huge momentum build. Better switch, should I say. Option run now. No, it's a handoff. Skylar Green gets in. Oh, a flag is down, though. It's holding on LSU. Oh, my goodness. And Nick Saban is pissed. Peter Diakowski gets called for a hold, and the touchdown is wiped off the board. So now Andre Bonmuse, 6 of 11 this season, longest being 49 yards, will kick this one for 29 yards after LSU got a touchdown, taken off the board by a penalty. 29-yard attempt. Ooh, just splits the uprights. LSU finally on the board. 7-3 lead still, though, for Florida. 4:43 to go in the half. So, yeah, LSU almost got a touchdown, but if it wasn't for a holding penalty, they would have had it with Skylar Green. But thanks to a Diakowski hold, LSU had to settle for 3, and it's a 4-point lead for Florida. So here we go, Eli Hood as the kickoff man for the Tigers. And here comes the Florida offense right after the kick. Whew. It's a big one here. Deshaun Wynn past the 20 to the 22 on the return. Not much there. And Florida takes over the 22. Let's see if their offense can do what they did on their first opening drive. Take it down the field, waste some time. Waste some clock and get some points. Scored a touchdown last time. Looks like it's at the 22.5-yard line. Here's 1st and 10 for the Gators. Trips on the bottom screen. Could be something to watch out for. Here's Martin, right side, caught. It's Jabal Cornelius with the catch on 1st down. Stuffed after the catch, it'll be 2nd down for the Gators. Second and 5 for Florida. After a nice pass, here's Barton. Lofter up top. Ooh, incomplete. That time going for Reggie Vickers, the 5'11" senior. And now third down coming up for Florida. It's a 3rd and 5 for the Gators. Looks like 28 is where the Gators are at. 3rd down and 5, 4:10 to go in the half. High snap. Martin is in trouble already. Sacked by Kyle Williams, his 3rd of the season. And Florida forced the punt. Matt Leach will kick it off to Michael Clayton. Big sack for the LSU defense. That's the first one of the game for either team. Kyle Williams, the 6'3" junior defensive tackle, making the play. And now Florida will have to punt this away. Almost halfway through the second quarter. Here goes Clayton on the return. Nice spin move. Not too much after the return, but gets close to midfield at the 49. Utah going against San Diego State in Mountain West play. UAB take it on Cincinnati out in Conference USA. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of Conference USA, Louisville, the only ranked team in Conference USA, shocking upset in West Point. The Army Black Knights got a big win at home against the ranked Conference USA team to get a 1-1 in conference play. Louisville's now 2-2. Here's the handoff to a dive, but he is stuffed by the strong safety. That's Corey Bailey. Not much anywhere to go. And he goes down right around the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd down and perhaps 11. This is going to be a big drive for LSU because they have a chance at the lead perhaps if they can drive down. 3-4 look for the Gators. Here's a little option play for Marcus Randall, and he will get tackled right around the line of scrimmage. Dwayne Huffman shuts him down on 2nd down. 3rd down coming up for the Tigers. They've got to pick up this 3rd down. Otherwise, Florida will perhaps get the ball back, considering the field position. It is at midfield, so it's 3rd and 9. Let's see if LSU comes up empty-handed or they can get this thing going. Here is the throw. It's off the mark, incomplete. Went for Brazel that time. 2nd target of the game for the speedster, but unable to come away with the catch. It's going to be 4th down for the Tigers. They got a punt for the 2nd time in this half. Eli Hood will punt it away, but Sean Wynn is waiting on it. 32-yard punt last time. See if he could do any better. And he may have. It's at the 9-yard line. Wynn brought down pretty quickly at the 17. So Florida now takes over after forcing a 3-and-out on LSU. Here come the Florida Gators offense again for another drive. Florida had some pretty good field position on the last punt they forced, or they drove down the field, but I didn't really get anything going. 3-and-outs actually for Florida. Here goes Martin dropping back. Here's a throw over the middle, going for it. Knocked down by Montgomery. Nice bat down by the true freshman. Free safety for the Tigers. Lee Montgomery, the 6'8" freshman safety from East Orange, New Jersey. Making a big deflection, 2nd and 10. Eagle Martin definitely has gotten a little better since the last 2 games he played. Empty look now for the Gators. Here comes Martin, a little quick rollout. Oh, almost picked off. That was a little premature by myself. How about that? Sean Kramer nearly had himself a pick. Here comes the 3rd and 10. 2:23 to go in the half. Trips on the bottom of the screen. Want to keep a eye on that. 3rd down and 10. Martin Lots of time. Over the middle. Win has a first down for Florida. Nice patience by Ingo Martin, the Heisman candidate. Or at least the preseason Heisman candidate. The All-American, should I say. He finds his running back Win over the middle. And it's a first down for Florida, 29-yard line. Off a 12-yard pass. We got first and 10 with just over 2 minutes left in the first half. A quick rollout. Martin for his right side. First interception of the game. And Sean Kramer does come up with a pick. Dropped one 2 plays ago, but ends up getting one here. And he puts the Tigers in a really good position to get the lead. Put him in a field goal range at the 18-yard line. LSU already in the red zone. How about that? I just jinxed Ingo Martin. Sorry, man. It looks good at the opening drive, but then all of a sudden, that happens. Here goes Joseph Adai. Spin move. Breaks another tackle. Gets a big run to the 10. Maybe just short of the 10. Timeout Tigers. Off a 7-yard run by the 6-foot redshirt junior, Joseph Adai. Got drafted by the Colts, if I'm not mistaken. Joseph Adai, the redshirt junior from Sharpstown High School in Houston, Texas. 2nd and 3. Here goes Marcus Randall, left side. Oh, and Brazel, that's his 3rd target of the game. This time he dropped it. Easy pass thrown to Brazel, but he drops this one. Incomplete. 3rd down for the Tigers. Horse had a pretty short career, but became a Super Bowl champion and a Pro Bowler for the Colts. Pretty good start to the season, but then I think injuries may have set him back. Here's 3rd and 3 now. Adai is short. Tackle for loss. Torian Charles with a nice stop on 3rd down. And LSU now forced to settle for a 2nd field goal perhaps. Here with 1.5 minutes left in the half. I was going to be a little more confusing, and yes, they are going to be kicking with Andre Botany. 7 of 12 so far this season. He's already made one from 29 yards. This is another one for the same distance. A little bit further than the left hash this time. Bit of 20 to go. This is to put LSU in a 1-point game with the Gators off the takeaway. This kick is right down the middle. So LSU taking advantage of the interception by Sean Kramer. Puts up 3 points to make it 7-6. Florida's still up by 1. Very interesting start here in the first half of this Week 8 slate. By the way, if you haven't already guessed, this is the final week before the very first BCS rankings. I believe I will reveal to you 15 through 11, then 6 through 10, and 5 through 1. As far as the order of this, as Seatric Facing gets to the 33-yard line. This return, that was probably the best one of the game so far. That's the backup running back, Seatric Facing, the 6-foot junior, making a nice return on this play, and now 1st and 10 for the Gators off the Ingo Martin interception. Wentz still in the backfield. LSU with a 4-man defensive front. Oche Small in motion. 6'1", 5th-year senior. Yes, a 1st and 10 now for Florida. Martin off his back foot. Oh, it's picked again. Went for Banker, but intercepted for the 2nd time by Kramer. And Sean Kramer is actually slow to get up. But outstanding play defensively by Sean Kramer that sets up LSU in enemy territory again. Instead of 48 this time. 106 left in the first half. LSU now has a shot to go for the lead. Now LSU in the eye. 4-man defensive front. Ooh, a little spin there for Marcus Randall. Now pitches it to Adai. Runs it outside. Gets a decent run of 5. And second timeout called by LSU. Maryland sinking on Duke. Up 7-0 already off the pass to Steve Suter. And Kyle Matter with 2 touchdown passes against USC. Hold on a minute. Yeah, spoiler. Yeah, they didn't beat him. No. I would have put it there if they did, but no. They had a good effort out there, though, but yeah, they didn't do it. Brazel goes in motion. 2nd and 5. Randall, a little roll-up pass. Lofter! Tipped! Almost caught by Brazel. Corey Bailey was there for the tip. And Brazel nearly had himself a catch off of it. Now 3rd and 5 for LSU with 55 seconds left in the half. This has been a pretty interesting first half up to this point. Kind of sloppy football offensively, but some big plays every now and then. So 3rd and 5 with 55 seconds left. Randall, right side. Oh, it's dropped! Was that Dwayne Bowe? I think it was. Oh, no. And I think Kevin McKinney ripped it away from him. Let's take a look at this play one more time just to make sure. And yes, indeed, number 2, Kevin McKinney ripped that one away from Dwayne Bowe. And just like that, LSU is punting again. 3rd time in the half. 52 seconds left. Ingram Martin's already thrown 2 picks in this ball game. I think that's it. That was his 10th pick of the game. Yes, it was. That punt is going to bounce into the end zone through the back. 46 seconds left for Florida. They'll be set up at 20. Not a good sign for Florida because quarterback is back to struggling again. Ingram Martin's got to redeem himself, otherwise he could face a possible benching if he doesn't get his act together. Handoff goes to Eric Johnson, the fullback. He goes up the middle. He gets 5 on this one. And it looks like the Gators are in no hurry to run this clock out. That's interesting. Actually kind of surprised that Florida is waiting to chew the clock, especially with that amount of time and all 3 timeouts left. 2nd and 5. Trips on the bottom of the screen. 2nd and 5 for the Gators. And they're going to throw with Martin. He's going to pass it to Deshaun Wynn. Oh, he may have gone the first down. No, he's short. And Florida's not going to call a timeout, which means we are headed to halftime. 7-6 ball game. Florida leads by 1. I think it's time. I think it's time to take him out. We reach halftime, 7-6. LSU down by 1. I think it's time. I think I've seen it off. Yep, he's back to struggling again. So here we go. Eli Hood bunt this away. Feels like a very even game, except LSU has taken control of the game as far as the time of possession turnover battle goes, but still 1-point lead for Florida. Here it goes to Deshaun Wynn. It looked like he broke free. I don't think he used enough speed to be able to get outside, which caused LSU to be able to get to him. It's at the 30 though, so Florida definitely wants some good field position here. Ingram Martin threw 2 picks in the first half. Let's see if Chris Lee can do better here in the second half. First down for Florida, trying to keep their 18th ranking, or at least keep their ranking in the top 25. Not even keep themselves in the race for the SEC East, because a win here for Florida would actually mean, oh my goodness, OG Small fumbles the football. And Florida recovers it right back. That could have been scary. That was nearly a disaster for Florida. It's a loss of 1. O.J. Small on the screen fumbled the football. And the recovery was made on that one by Billy Griffin. Gators had to thank the stars he was there to make the recovery, because that would have been a 3rd turnover by the Gators offense in this game. 2nd and 11 off the loss of 1. Drop it back is Link. Looking right side. Oh, it's complete to Wynn. Took it away from Prude, and he is a yard short of the first down. Taken down by Sharon Carey. And 3rd down coming up. Yes, Sharon Carey is actually the nickel back, believe it or not, for LSU on the depth chart. So instead of Ronnie Prude, it's Sharon Carey, and dime back is actually Benny Brazel. 3rd down and 1 now for Florida. Let's see what they come up with here. Little run, tackle for loss. Big defensive play for LSU. That time it was E.J. Person. True freshman defensive end. And Florida goes 3 and out on their opening drive of the second half. LSU forces a punt. It was a loss of 4 on that play run by Chris Leak. And Matt Leach has to punt it again. Michael Clayton back to return. So obviously coming up later on tonight, of course, Arizona State taking on Oregon in Pac-10 Top 25 meeting. See those 2 teams. Nice return for Clayton to the 40. As I was speaking. Yeah, 8-7-10 show, of course. We're staying on YouTube for that one, at least until the Red River Rivalry, or maybe y'all should do it for Tennessee, Georgia as well. Who knows? Sean Kramer, the outside corner, has a broken jaw, out for 6 weeks. So he gets 2 interceptions and gets injured for a month and a half for it. Oh no. Already lost Brent Mont for a considerable amount of time. He won't be available until perhaps the season ender against Arkansas. Here goes Michael Ricks on the handoff. He's going to get maybe 1 or 2 yards on that carry. Tackle made by Dwayne Huffman. So yeah, Sean Kramer already had 2 picks in that first half. Of course, on Eagle Martin. And now he's out for 6 weeks. So he won't be available until week 14. Here's the throw, the run by Marcus Randall finds Skylar Green. First down in Florida territory. At the 49-yard line, first down LSU. Nice throw on the run by Marcus Randall. And it moves the chains. Marcus Randall in this game, 3 of 8 for 68 yards. Nothing too much so far there. No interceptions, no touchdowns. So able to have a better second half this time around. Ricks will go in motion under the eye. It's a handoff to Joseph Adai. Tries to use his blocks, but doesn't pan out for him. Gets taken outside for a small gain of about maybe 2 yards. Cincinnati's ahead of UAB in Conference USA play. Middle Tennessee taking on New Mexico State. Tackle was made. It looks like by Jarvis Herring, the redshirt junior free safety. 2nd down and 9 for LSU. This drive has already eaten up the clock. High formation toss. It's a die on the carry. What is he doing? I'm not sure what he was doing. If he just takes the outside, he gets a big run. Instead, he tries to cut it upfield. It doesn't get much of anything. Dwayne Huffman again. What's the tackle? It's going to be 3rd down. We got a big slate as far as SEC games. 3 of them, including this one. Here's a 3rd down. Randall pumps once, looks right side, knocked away by Bailey. That one intended for Skylar Green. knocked away by Corey Bailey. And it's going to be 4th down for LSU, and they're going to punt it away. So LSU unable to take advantage of these turnovers that much. They actually only scored 3 points off turnovers off the 2 they got in the first half. So here come the Florida Gators. After the punt by Eli Hood. This one looks like it might go to the end zone as well, and it does. So Florida's offense will take over at the 20 for a 1st down. Let's see if Chris Leak can give the Gators offense a cushion against LSU. LSU's looking for a big upset. Florida trying their hardest to prevent that from happening. 3:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. Here come the Gators. Trips on the right side of the screen. Here goes Leak. Outside throw. O.J. Small was open. That's his first catch of the game. Or, excuse me, his second, because he caught a screen pass and he fumbled. This one on an outside throw where he was left alone. And it will be a 10-yard gain, but short of the 1st down. It is at the 30, so 2nd and inches. They'll throw out of this 2nd and inches. Leak, outside throw, complete. Jamel Cornelius makes the catch. 1st down Gators at the 33. And the quarterbacks don't get treated too greatly as far as this game. I mean, it's always usually leaned on the run game. However, nice to see some quarterbacks do some great things. How about Chris Leak on that play? O.J. Small makes the catch. But how about Chris Leak able to avoid the sack like I just mentioned about the quarterbacks? And 1st down Florida at the 45-yard line. What a play for Chris Leak. It's only the 6th catch of the year for O.J. Small. Hasn't had the opportunity to make some big grabs, but that one able to bail out his quarterback. Trips on the left side of the screen on 1st down. Leak, lofter left side, overthrows his running back. Went for Deshaun Wynn that time. There's Northwestern at halftime at 7-0, despite Clemens of Indiana having 3 sacks. Boise State with Jones with 2 touchdowns to lead 17-7.5 over Tulsa and WAC in the WAC. Safe to say, unless Fresno State can make a big run or at least some teams fall, looks like the WAC won't have a BCS team. Probably neither will the Mountain West. 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. High snap. Leak drop it back. Lots of time. Left side. Go for it all. And it's incomplete. Went for Caldwell. We haven't heard much from him. He's been kind of the focal point on the receiving core for Florida, but not really going his way too much. He has 25 catches for 375 yards and 4 touchdowns, but that's his first target of the game. 3rd and 10. Trips on the left side here with 2.5 minutes into 3rd. Left side throw, completes it to win. Inside the 40 at the 39. 1st down Gators. Nice throw and catch from Chris Leak to Deshaun Wynn. So quarterback running back duo. Of course, that won a national championship in 06. 44 receiving yards today for Deshaun Wynn. Moves the chains for the Gators. Leak with time, looking left side. Oh, it's dropped. That was Jamel Cornelius who had that pass slip away from him. Good tight coverage by LSU. Now 2nd and 10. Ball's actually at the 38-yard line, but a nice catch and run by Deshaun Wynn on 3rd and 10 to extend the drive. Here's the 2nd and 10 now with 2:11 to remain. Wynn goes in motion. Leak, lofter left side. Oh, tipped and caught! It's Andre Caldwell! Off the tip, it's a touchdown for Florida. And they are up 2 scores on LSU. How about a lucky break for Florida? tipped by Travis Daniels. Leroy Montgomery also out there. But a nice catch and run, and that's the 5th touchdown catch of the year for Andre Caldwell, the redshirt freshman from Tampa. Making a great grab, and now Florida setting up for a field goal. 2:06 remaining in the third quarter. Looks like they'll be up 8. Excuse me, this is still a 1-score game. And that kick is good. Yes, so my apologies. It's still a 1-score game. It's just an 8-point game now, as Florida extends their lead 14-6 over LSU. I'm telling you right now, like, LSU, believe it or not, has been dominating the game. They're dominating the first half, but they were just unable to take advantage of takeaways by the defense. That's exactly why LSU is currently down 8 to the Gators. They actually, believe it or not, almost beat Georgia like a couple weeks ago. Oh yeah, this was back in week number 5. LSU only lost by 10. So here comes Joseph Adai on the return, pretty nifty, shifty moves, but take it down pretty quickly, just short of the 20. Tackle was made by Hakeem Mayo, a true freshman, strong safety. He might take over if once Corey Bailey graduates at the end of the season, but really only one way to find out. 1st and 10 now for LSU. Here's Randall, lots of time over the middle, completes it. That's a 1st down for the Tigers. And now Benny Brazel makes the catch. Boston College ahead of Temple, 31-10.5. North Texas ahead in some play over Idaho off of Patrick Cobb's big performance in the first half, 2 touchdowns. 10-yard completion to Benny Brazel. His first catch of the game goes for 10. Second inches for LSU. Adai on the side. Here comes Marcus Randall on the run, and he gets a 1st down. Turian Charles took him down, but not enough to prevent a 1st down. Just like that, LSU moving the chains again. The Tigers are moving again. 29-yard line now. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. It's like an empty look. Trips on the top of the screen. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 29. Randall, a little quick rollout. That one a little too far out for Chiron Carey. Really had his man for a 1st down once again, but a little inaccurate that time for Marcus Randall. Mock and Randall are both redshirt seniors, so once they graduate at the end of the season, it looks like it's going to be Matt Flynn's turn to lead the Tigers offense. Here's 2nd and 10. Randall will take off this time. He gets a big gain to the 35. It looks like he got 6 before being taken down by Charles. 3rd down upcoming for LSU. A nice run for the quarterback, Marcus Randall, and 3rd and 4 at the 35 coming up. Less than a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's see what LSU can do in this 3rd and 4. Crowd chanting for their defense to get a stop. Here goes Randall on the option. Patches it to Adai on the outside. He gets the 1st down, reaching for the marker, and he does pick it up at about the 40. Nice effort by Joseph Adai. Found a really good pitch to Joseph Adai. That goes for a 1st. And LSU moves again. Here's a 1st and 10 now for the Tigers after a big run for Adai. Randall on the blitz. Oh, breaks his sack. He's got to get rid of it. And now he does across the field. But it's batted down by Corey Bailey. Oh, my goodness. it was Dimitri Robinson who was the intended target, but how about Marcus Randall once again breaking the first hit and almost getting this pass, just like Chris Leak did earlier in the quarter. My goodness, 4-3 defense for Florida, I formation for LSU, 2nd and 10. It's a die again, up the middle. And taken down for about maybe 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd down. Stephen Harris this time with a tackle. 3rd and 8 perhaps coming up for LSU. We have reached the end of the 3rd quarter. LSU down 8 against Florida, but with a 3rd down conversion coming out, they could potentially get a chance to tie this game up. Stephen Harris telling everybody, put your fours up because it's time for the 4th quarter. 1 quarter to go in this SEC noon kickoff to week number 8. 3rd and 7, of course. Tomorrow's games, Auburn playing host to Arkansas. Number 8 traveling to 25. And Florida State taking on Miami in a little rivalry game. Here's the 3rd down. It's intercepted. Went for Dwayne Bowe, and it is picked off by the free safety Jarvis Herring. Good play defensively by Florida. That's their first takeaway of the ball game. Marcus Randall tried to throw it to Dwayne Bowe, but threw it just a little bit out in front. And the Gators get the takeaway they need to preserve their lead for the time being. It's at the 24-yard line. That's where Florida was stopped after the interception. 1st down for the Gators off the takeaway. First play after the turnover. It's a play fake. Lee firing to Caldwell. Big 1st down at the 47-yard line. Goes for 29 yards. Caldwell with a nice pitch right in front of Jeff Cook. And it's a 1st down for the Gators. Starting the drive off well after getting a big interception. Maybe that was 28 yards to the 48. 1st and 10. 3-4 defense for LSU. 8 formation now for the Gators, but they are really going towards the left. Cornelius blowing in motion. No, they toss it to the right. And Wynn is brought down. Nice play defensively for LSU. Tackle goes to Cody Wood, the 6'4 freshman, making a stand. And it's 2nd down after the TFL. So Florida is back in their own territory after the loss of 6 at the 46. 2nd and 16 now for Florida. 4-man defensive front for LSU. Leak looking right side, outside. Almost intercepted by Carey. Off the fingertips of David Kenner, the senior tight end, who is starting for an injured Burt Callaway. And 3rd down coming up. Oh yeah, you almost forgot. Jermaine Cornelius is the backup tight end right now. He's the 3rd string tight end, but he's backing up. David Kenner at this point. 3rd down coming up. That pass not the way. Went for Vickers, Carey, nice defense. And the Gators are going to have to punt this away after back-to-back incompletions. So 4th down coming up for the Gators. Matt Leach will have to punt this away. 5:51 remaining in the 4th quarter. Can LSU drive down the field and score after turning the ball over just on that last drive? Let's find out. Matt Leach to punt this away. And there goes the kick. And fair catch is called. It takes a backspin. Goes out of bounds inside the 20. Might have drawn out of bounds at the 18-yard line. That's where LSU will start the next drive. Good punt by Matt Leach. And it indeed is at the 18-yard line. First down, Tigers. 5:43 remaining in the fourth quarter. Can they drive down the field and potentially tie this game up? Drop back by Randall. It's a screen play. Big entourage, but doesn't use it. Adai gets a decent gain on the pass, but he would have just used his blockers. He could have gotten something out of it. I don't understand why these computers just don't use their blocks most of the time. Because the offensive line job is to block, and if you don't use them, then what in the world are you doing? 22-yard line, 2nd and 6, 2nd down for LSU. Here goes Joseph Adai. Oh, he puts the ball on the ground. Luckily, the fullback, Ricks, was able to recover. That was a scary situation for LSU. Seemed like their chances of an SEC West Division title just flashed before their eyes. And now 3rd down for LSU. It's 3rd and 5 at the 23. LSU is 2 of 10 on 3rd downs. Not looking too good right now for them. 4:40 left to go. Randall looking. Caught! First down. Big hits. But nice completion to Dwayne Bowe. And Maryland really putting in that work against Duke. 3 touchdown passes to Steve Suter. We haven't seen him all season, to be fair. Well, I mean, they had a great game against Florida State, but then other than that, it's been a little quiet for him. 4.5 minutes to play. Here goes the die in motion. 32-yard line for LSU. Off a nice pass to Dwayne Bowe, his first catch of the game. Randall will keep it. Tries to spin off, and he does. It's a decent gain, and it's a big hit. Good job for the run on that first down play by Marcus Randall. Gets a decent gain of about 5. Moves the chains, now makes it 2nd down for the Tigers. Oh, what the heck was that about? 2nd and 5. Here goes the carry for a die. First down and more. It's at the 8-yard gain to the 45-yard line. Moves the chains again for the Tigers. My goodness. LSU getting that first down at the first down. I'm not sure if they're trying to chew the clock so Florida doesn't score or what, but they need to hurry up. Because they're right about to run out of time. 3.5 minutes remaining. Here goes Randall on the run. He's going down. Will Westgate, his first sack of the game. I'm not sure what LSU's doing. They are saving their timeouts. They are just wasting the clock. Not sure what Nick Saban's doing. It doesn't usually do that. It doesn't usually, waste a lot of clock when he's down. 2nd and 13. Drop that by Randall. Here's a throw left side. Ooh, a little off target there. Trying to go to Michael Clayton. Could have been picked off as well. 3rd down and 13 for LSU. This is a big 3rd down. Especially close to midfield. Third and 13 with under 3 minutes to go. 2:59 left. That's Dwayne Bowe going in motion. Not sure why they're in East backfield on 3rd and 13. Here goes Randall, 4-man rush. Throws it left side, knocked away. Went for Brazel. Nice deflection by the Gators. That time deflected by Deshaun Carter. LSU is punting away. Oh, goodness. I don't know about this. Not sure about this decision because you're going to have to depend on your defense to get a stop. It's been pretty solid for them, but I have my worries. Lots of running room for Deshaun Wynn. He'll be taken down at the 34. So I don't know about that decision. That may come back to haunt him. As it's now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line for the Gators. Deshaun Wynn with a nice return of about 22. 2:45 remaining in the game. It was a low-scoring affair in 2003. Looks to be the same case here. Jabale Cornelius in motion. See what they'll do on 1st down. Leak looking right side. Oh boy! Sharon Carey with the deflection. Arizona being decimated by UCLA. 350 yards and 3 touchdowns for Drew Olson. Good grief. They have the longest win streak in the country, by the way. UCLA does. 2nd and 10, 2:43 remaining in the 4th quarter. Not sure why they're throwing the ball. They should be running this. Overloading the right side. That's a man in motion. Handoff goes to Win. It goes to the middle. Now goes right. Oh, splits the defenders. Gets a good run to the 40. And it's going to be 3rd and short. I bet Nick Saban is regretting punting it away to them and not going for it. No, it was a long way, but at least make an attempt for it. 3rd and 2 for Florida. They got to get 2 yards. They got to get to the 43-yard line for 1st. It was in motion. Here comes Eric Johnson. It's a 1st down. It was Ray Stell in motion. Eric Johnson, the 6'2 sophomore fullback, makes a stand with a big run for a 1st down Gators at the 44-yard line. Under 2 minutes remaining now. Florida can try to ice this thing. Four-man defensive front for LSU. Overloading the box, perhaps. Here goes Wynn on the run. Big hit, no fumble. It was a big hit by the LSU linebacker. It was Ike Wyatt who made the play, but no fumble by Wynn. 4-yard carry goes for 2nd and 6 at the 48. LSU calls their 1st timeout with 1:44 to go. Live formation now for Florida. Overloading to the left side. Now Johnson goes right. Oh, they got him offside. Yes, they did. They got Kyle Williams offside. That's going to push the ball to the 47-yard line of Florida. Or no, of LSU. LSU has to call a 2nd timeout. That's bad news for LSU because that allows Florida another down to run this clock, at least. 47-yard line, 2nd and 1. Low jumbo set here for Florida. LSU trying to crowd the box, trying to get this big stop. Wynn has it, but stops short. Jeff Hook with a nice TFL. 3rd down for the Gators on 3rd and 2. They converted the first 3rd and 2 on this drive. Let's see if they can convert the second. From the 48. This 1st down would end the game. LSU shifted to the right. It's going to be a throw. Leak has time, right side. Oh, wide open is Jamaal Cornelius down the sideline into the end zone. 48 yards. LSU completely forgot about Jamaal Cornelius, and me may have just put the dagger in this game. Jamaal Cornelius was left wide open. William Montgomery tried to track him down, but it was too little too late. Cornelius was already on his way to the end zone. goes for 48 yards with 1:07 left. And this will make it. This extra point will make it a 15-point game, 21-6. With for a minute to go in the fourth. It's a 15-point lead for the Gators. This would be Florida's first win in a streamed game this season, or maybe no, they won a game already. Yeah, this will be Florida's first stream game win in a stream game this season. They've lost twice. Once to West Virginia, once to Tennessee. This would be their first W in a stream game here against LSU. No, it's against LSU. A little disappointing this year, but hey, still a win against the SEC foe, so that's pretty big. 6-yard line. Here goes a die, and he stops short of the 20. It's at the 18-yard line. 4 touchdowns for T.A. McClendon. 42-7 NC State. Jeez. Utah with a 1-4 Utah. Doing pretty nicely against San Diego State with a 2-point lead. 1:05 remains in the fourth quarter. Got to get a quick score and then stop Florida. One more time. Sharon Prairie going in motion. It's an empty look. High snap. Randall looking over the middle. That's complete to Clayton on the left side. Oh, goodness, that's a big one. Jarvis Herring, interception. Sean Kramer, 2 picks. Here's first to 10 after a big completion to Michael Clayton, and spiking the ball is Randall. 52 seconds remaining. Chris Link, 2 touchdowns for 165. 48-yard pass to Jamel Cornelius. On that last possession, 48-yard line with 2nd and 10 with 52 seconds left for Marcus Randall and the Tigers. Take it over for injured Matt Mock, like I mentioned earlier. 2nd and 10. Randall breaking a tackle, but can't break the second. He gets a yard. I'm not sure what he's doing. What is he thinking? You run the ball with 2nd and 10? Saban's not happy. 3rd and 9. Randall, a little quick rollout. Over the middle, completes it to Clayton. Tried to spin, but he's a yard short. He's inches short. 30 seconds left. Clayton's got to get set. Here's the 4th and inches. This is pretty much the ball game at this point. Randall looking up top. Oh, it's incomplete. Florida's defense holds strong, and the Gators are going to come away with a home win and keep pace with Georgia and Tennessee in the SEC East. And LSU is virtually eliminated from SEC West contention with a 3rd loss at conference play. And that one final kneel down, maybe 2, depending on if LSU calls a timeout, and they do. So one final kneel down away from pretty much icing this one. No timeouts left for LSU, so all Florida needs to do is kneel the ball down, and they're going to come away with a 15-point win in an SEC game. Just their second ranked win, or second SEC win of the season, or excuse me, the 3rd. And just like that, the Gators are back. Florida wins 21-6 over LSU. Florida goes to 5-2, 3-1 in ACC play. LSU goes to 1-3 in SEC play, 4-4 overall. As far as player of the game goes, Andre Caldwell had 3 catches, 77 yards and a touchdown. I'll give it to Chris Lee. 9 of 15, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns in this ball game. Nate Flores' defense was pretty good, but not great, to be fair. So that will do it for this SEC noon kickoff game. Tune in later on tonight, 8/7 Central, for Arizona State, number 16, taking on 24th ranked Oregon in a little Pac-10 night game day.